Kerri, can you hear me? All right, I think you're here now, or at least it's showing that you're here. Can you, do you see the chat box, Kerri? Hmm. Q&A. Okay, I was in the wrong box. Yay! Awesome. No, I can't see you, and I swear this setup is supposed to allow you to see other people, and I guess I just haven't quite figured it out yet. So I apologize for that. Let's use the Q&A box in here to chat back and forth, which is a bummer because that was one of the cool things about this Google Hangout is that you were supposed to be able to see everyone. So technology, that's cool, I guess. Kerri, is everyone in that's going to be in? Yes, I can record. I think, let me see here. Oh, yeah, it actually will record automatically to a YouTube link, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And first, I guess, before I do that, Kerri, thank you so much for putting this together and having me on. I've kind of been on this mission to go out and teach as many people as I can about essential oils and why I love them. So you're totally giving me that opportunity, and I love it. Super excited to be here. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen now because I have a fun little presentation to go over with you guys. Nothing crazy, just something to, I always like pictures. And of course, everything accidentally closed, so let me open it. All right, so let me make sure you guys can see me. It's interesting that it's doing that. All right, so I have the presentation up. Kerri, it doesn't let me have the chat up at the same time, so you can text me if something's not working right. That would be awesome. And then I can take any questions at the end if anyone else happens to pop on. But feel free to ask questions as we go, so we remember what your questions were. So here we are. Hopefully you guys can see this now. Looks good. Awesome. Thanks, Kerri. So everyone, I'm Anna. And like I kind of mentioned, I've been on this mission to come out and educate as many people as I can on essential oils, because I've been using them for over a year now and have seen massive results and just massive success with how I've been using them, and just little shifts that have made huge impact in my life. So who am I? My name's Anna. I am a wife, a mother of 2 little children. I actually met Kerri through the hospital. She was there for both kiddos, and her help was obviously much appreciated at the time, and still is. So that's Harley and Declan, and I am a CrossFitter, mostly paleo eater. My sister's a chiropractor. All of this has really added up to me really taking that more natural, holistic approach to health and self-care. So when I attended an Essential Oils 101 class just, like a year and a half ago now, I realized that there was this huge gap that I was not doing correctly. So I was eating right, I was exercising, and I'd go to the chiropractor every once in a while when I was feeling a little off, right? But what was I doing in the middle? And I realized in that middle was filled with toxins, with GMOs, with additives, with all of this horrible cancer-causing ingredients that I had no idea I had the power to just get rid of. And not only power to get rid of it, but like those trips to Target to get your green cleaning products, when you head down that other aisle with all the cute sales pillows, you don't get out of there with your $5 cleaner. You get out of there with a red basket full of stuff, and you end up spending way more money than you intended to in the first place. At least I do. I don't know about anyone else, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty common because Target's amazing. So kind of like I mentioned, this is doTERRA's lifestyle pyramid. At the bottom, we have eating right and exercising. And then we have resting and managing stress. Thanks. Yes, so true. And I always kind of give this example, but at my CrossFit gym, the first paleo challenge that we did, and everyone thereafter, they gave us points for sleeping. So if you slept X amount of hours, you got X points, and the more you slept, the more points you got. So it is, and if you went out for a walk in the middle of the day to break up your day, you got more points. If you got a little bit of sun, you got some more points. And it's just something that you don't typically think about on a daily basis. And then you have reducing your toxic load, your informed self-care, and proactive medical care. So what I'm really going to focus on today is how we can support our bodies with eating right, exercising, what we're already doing, but how can we support our bodies with resting and managing stress and reducing that toxic load? And then going into a little bit of what you can use essential oils for in your own self-care. Excuse me. So before we kind of start, I want you to think, like, what are your top 3 health goals? Kerri's crowd has lots of are very health conscious people, of course. Kerri is herself. And there's always that one thing that you're like, man, I wish I could feel better in my body in this aspect, whether it's sleep, or maybe you want more energy, or maybe you just want to like give yourself that little extra pep when you get up at 5 a.m. to do your workout before the day starts and before the kids wake up. So maybe it's just as simple as that. So I want to teach you guys this natural approach using essential oils to help support your body in achieving those goals. And then kind of as a bonus, I also want you to look at the ewg.org website. Excuse me. And also the Skin Deep app. So these are some of the places you can look for the products you're already using. And this was huge for me. So when I actually started looking up the products I was using, I basically threw them all away and didn't even want to like give them to my little sister, which I normally just give everything to my sisters that I'm getting rid of. But after I started educating myself on what I was actually putting on my body, I just started making better choices because I realized that I just didn't want it on me. So what are essential oils? So here we are starting to get into a little bit of the meat about what essential oils are. And what they are naturally occurring volatile aromatic compounds. And these are what's naturally found in the seeds, the barks, the stem, the roots, flowers, and other parts of the plants. So when you're thinking about peeling an orange and you get that like mist and that awesome scent when you're peeling it from the rind, that's essential oil. So it's also the part of the plant that's naturally protecting that plant from any invasiveness or any environmental threats. So what we're getting is that awesome concentrated essential oil out of those plants. And then a lot of times I get this question, and I asked it, of course, myself when I attended my first class. Why doTERRA essential oils? Essential oils are everywhere. What's the difference here, right? So there's a few different grades of essential oils. We have synthetic, which is super common. That's what we're going to get the most of. And that's like when you walk by that super smelly store in the mall, like Bath and Body Works or whatever, that's synthetic essential oils used in those products. Then you have your food grade, which some of them are approved by the FDA, is generally regarded as safe, or the GRAS standard. And that's like in your yogurts and your salad dressings, that type of thing. Then you have your therapeutic grade, which is getting a little bit better. And this is where like what you would get like when you'd go to the massage to go get a massage. And then you have doTERRA's grade, which is certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils. And what this means to us is these oils are safe, they're pure, they're effective. There's no contaminants. They've done 3 rounds of testing and 5 different tests for purity, potency, consistency. And they do these after distillation, after they receive them at the production facility, and upon bottling. So this is all done by a third party. And me, in my background, I love that their testing is so diligent and really proves to us that, hey, we are absolutely getting the very best essential oil. And they even have labels on their bottle that tells us how to use them. And doTERRA are the only brand of essential oils you can actually use internally. So we're really getting the Ferrari and the Apple computer of essential oils with doTERRA here. And not only that, but they have an amazing sourcing model. So this picture here in this map talks a bit about all of the different places that we source our essential oils. And what this model means is that it ensures that plants are grown in an environment that maximizes the essential oils potential. So their lavenders from France, they actually get the grapefruit from Florida. Their vetivers from Haiti, and the cardamoms from Guatemala. And yeah, really cool. CPG is an awesome, it's really the backbone, that and co-impact sourcing of doTERRA. So 2/3 of where these essential oils are grown are considered developing countries. So in those areas, they're providing jobs and opportunity where there really was none before. So if you listen to any of the YouTube videos, like search co-impact sourcing, I think I posted one in the group, in the event, and you listen to any of the owners, specifically Emily Wright, speak about this. And this is really the heart of doTERRA. They love that they're able to go into places like this and give people jobs where there were literally no jobs, and go into places like Haiti and work with the farmers and realize, oh man, these farmers are walking 3 hours for water. So they raise money, come back, and we're able to build them a pipeline, which is amazing. And in other places, it's schools that they need, or other places it's housing, like in India. So it's really, really incredible. I get all emotional thinking about it every time, but there's lots of cool info on YouTube and stuff for co-impact sourcing and CPTG. So if you want any more in-depth info, I definitely recommend going there and doTERRA's website, or reaching out to myself as well. Applications and safety. So we're going to talk a little bit about the different ways to use essential oils. So we have aromatically. So you can diffuse them, or literally just open the caps and smell them right out of the bottle. When you diffuse, this cleanses the air, and you can use them for mood management, for waking you up or helping you get to sleep at night, calming you down. We can use them topically. So I always recommend for adults about 1 to 2 drops per teaspoon of carrier oil. Typically I use doTERRA's fractionated coconut oil, which is just always liquid coconut oil, and it's super convenient. For children, I use about 1 drop per teaspoon to tablespoon is always a good starting point. And internally, use sparingly, less is more. About 1 drop of peppermint is equal to about 28 cups of peppermint tea, which is really incredible. So you're really getting the idea of how potent and powerful these essential oils are. Oh, and I guess also to mention, on each bottle, you can kind of see it here. It'll say supplement facts on those that you can use internally, and also it'll tell you on the bottle for internal aromatic and topical use. And then if it's just for aromatic and topical use, it'll say so on the bottle. So just a little bit more safety. There's definitely some hot oils out there: oregano, thyme, cinnamon, cassia, clove. This means that if you put this on your skin, it's going to burn you. It's going to feel really hot and uncomfortable. Whenever I use oregano topically, I always highly dilute it. And so you're just going to want to make sure that you're really diluting those. You're not using those on kids. And also photosensitive oils. If you're like me, grew up in Florida, have ever used lemon in your hair and know that using lemon or that citrus in your hair can lighten your hair, the same is true for essential oils. So think the lemon, grapefruit, lime, bergamot. These will all have an effect on your skin if you're going immediately out in the sun. So this suggestion here is wait up to 24 hours after. So if you're making your own, if you're adding it to your lotion or something, I would just suggest using a different essential oil if you're going to be heading out in the boat or something the next day. And anytime you get too much essential oil on you, or get it in your somewhere where you don't want it and it's too much, always use a carrier oil. So I always have coconut oil next to where I use my oils, just in case, or if you forget you have peppermint on your fingers and don't wash your hands and it gets close to your eye, always use that carrier oil, and that'll get it off versus water. Don't use water. So how do you know which oil to use? So there's a few different resources, but I think the easiest one is this Modern Essentials app. It's like $6.99 in the App Store, and this teaches you all the therapeutic uses, of essential oils. So you can go in and you can look up an ailment, or you can go in and look up an essential oil, and it'll tell you all the different uses. It'll list out studies, any studies that were done. So to me, this is a really powerful tool to really help get you started in loving those essential oils. Then you have the Essential Life book, and also the Modern Essentials book, which I just get on Amazon. doTERRA blog on doTERRA.com has lots of different ways to use oils. And then the more sciencey information is found on aromaticscience.com. But this is all for more like in-depth details. So for now, I'm just going to talk a little bit about essential oils for athletes and also how I use them in my own self-care. I've been CrossFitting now for like 3.5 years and using oils for over a year now. And I can definitely say that it makes it more comfortable and gives me that extra energy and that extra motivation. And just as another way to empower myself to really take care of myself a little bit better, which this is what it's all about. Having just that option in your hands that you know is natural and caring for yourself a little bit more. Because, I mean, let's face it, I've been doing this also as a business, and I know Kerri's been working a lot as well, doing her coaching, and you can get burnt out, right? So I love that this business that I'm in is first take care of yourself. I did a training, or I'm in the middle of the training actually, and week 1 was self-care and remembering to take care of yourself and scheduling a day for yourself. So what I really don't want you guys to forget is that you are important. You are important to take care of yourself, because if you're not filling your own cup first, there's not going to be anything else to give to anyone else. Your kids, your husband, it's just if you're not taking care of yourself, it's a lot harder. And I'm sure a lot of us have learned that the hard way, right? But I'm here to say that essential oils make it a little bit easier. So I'm going to kind of go in order here of some of the ways, really simple ways that I use essential oils just on a daily basis in regards to working out and my own self-care. So pre-workout, what do I do? So I wake up in the morning. I usually wake up before the kids, like 5:30, 5:45 or so. Have a huge glass of water. I'll usually add a drop of lemon or grapefruit essential oil to my water. And then have that while the coffee's brewing, and have some coffee and sit down and do my morning devotional and gratitude, whatever I'm doing that morning. And then I will go to my oils. And peppermint, man, is so wonderful. This is an oil that I really like to keep, like, even next to my bed or the first thing in my closet that I reach to in the morning, and use it to really give me that extra, hey, I'm awake. So that extra awakeness in the morning. And how I do that is I put a drop or two in my hands, rub my hands together, and cup them over my face. I'm, of course, doing this movement and you guys can't see me. And breathe in deeply, a few deep breaths. And then I'll rub what's left over on the back of my neck, maybe on my temples, maybe the top of my forehead and top of my shoulders to help relieve any tension. And that has lots of different effects that it's going to do. It's going to give you that sense of awakeness. It's going to promote healthy breathing. Maybe you woke up with an upset stomach for whatever reason. It really helps you with that occasional indigestion. So anyone who's pregnant, this would be an awesome option for that morning uncomfortableness, let me say. And we can also apply it topically to relieve those feelings of tension, like I mentioned. And it also cools you. So these hot summer days, a lot of times I find myself like playing outside with the kids, or just trying to like clean up the garage or whatever it may be, or just, running during a workout. And what I'll do is I will do what I just mentioned and make sure I get a few drops on the back of my neck. And that really helps me stay cool and energized throughout the whole workout. And then there's also like lots of fun things you can do, like peppermint whipped foot lotion. That sounds super fun. So yeah, I'm gonna link to it there. Motivate. So another thing I'll do before a workout is I'll take a drop or two of Motivate, which is the encouraging blend, and I will put a drop behind each ear. And this is one of those oils that really makes you a believer. It seeps into your skin in just the most beautiful way. It's like pepperminty, but also citrusy and earthy at the same time, with a little bit of vanilla. And this oil is really great for promoting feelings of confidence, courage, belief. And for me personally, it really gets my butt up and going, along with peppermint in the morning before the workout. So even down here, tip, apply to a shirt collar before giving a speech, which I've definitely done that before too. So this is one, if you're feeling a little drowsy or not quite energized for the day, this and peppermint will really, really counteract those feelings and help you get up and going. And this is one I keep with me at the gym, and people will come up to me, "You have Motivate with you?" I'm like, yes, I do. Here you go. People love it. Breathe. So Breathe is doTERRA's respiratory blend, and this is one of the first oils that I really started using on a daily basis. So I started using this one when I was pregnant. And when you're like pregnant, obviously your lungs and all of your organs are squished, and particularly my lungs, you feel like you're not breathing as deeply as normal, or maybe you're just feeling like a little claustrophobic in your own body. So what this oil did for me, it really helped me calm myself to be able to breathe deeply enough to stop getting those like anxious feelings of the fact that I felt like I couldn't breathe. So it really maintains those feelings of clear airways and easy breathing. Any seasonal threats, I know Patrick right now has this in the Bahamas with him, and he's suffering a little bit over there with his nose and such. So he brought Breathe with him and is just so thankful that he has this over with him. And any snores in the family, this is another wonderful trick. Maybe apply a couple drops on your chest with some fractionated coconut oil, rub it in. But the way I use this for workouts is I like to dilute it a little bit. I find that it works a little bit better for myself if I dilute it and rub it into my chest and maybe even into my back if Patrick's around to do it for me. And this really helps just keep those airways open while you're doing these workouts. I know for me, in the middle of a workout, that's when you start getting that feeling of, am I actually going to make it? And Breathe is one of those oils that allows me to just continue breathing through it and make sure I get through to the end. It's also awesome, like it says here, at nighttime with lavender diffusing. And that's still my favorite nighttime blend for diffusing is lavender and Breathe. So that's my pre-workout routine. And then post-workout, I'll probably Breathe again at some point. But this is more for like taking care of your body a bit post-workout and anything around you. So Melaleuca is wonderful for cleansing of the skin. It's really good for feet, you know, as they get a little gross in your workout shoes. Really good for toenails. Good for a healthy immune function. So just having it around you, maybe diffusing it or adding it to your cleaners, really protects against those environmental and seasonal threats. Really good for cleaning, like a makeup brush cleanser is wonderful. I'll add it to a little bit of Castile soap and water and soak my brushes. But another awesome way that I like to use it is Patrick's, my husband's, horrible, stinky workout clothes. So instead of laundry softener, what I'll use is white vinegar. I get that huge jug from Costco. Super cost effective. And I'll do a couple of drops, maybe 1 or 2 drops of Melaleuca and 1 or 2 drops of an oil called Purify, which is a cleansing blend. That's like a piney, citrusy scent. That's just amazing for taking any stink out of anything. So this would be, yes, stinky clothes are, you know, not so fun to deal with, but this makes it a little bit easier. Frankincense. So this is really for yourself. Frankincense is an amazing, powerful oil. They definitely gave it to Jesus for a reason, which kind of is also the point of essential oils are not a new fad. Essential oils have been around for forever and have had proven studies and results and people just using them and finding amazing ways to use them every day and amazing results. And this is one, for me personally, I love frankincense. I posted a picture earlier today, actually, on my Facebook page of one of my favorite ways to use it. So I'll get out of the shower, have my coconut oil in the bathroom with me, and just add a little bit of coconut oil and like 2 or 3 drops of frankincense, and I'll rub it on my face, my stomach, my chest. You know, I live in Florida. We have effects of the sun. Any spots you're not, like any brown spots or wrinkles, this will help reduce that appearance of wrinkles and any of those, reduce the appearance of blemishes, rejuvenates your skin. There's also this clay mask that my sister and sister-in-law made the other day, and they actually loved it. So this is a fun, easy thing you can do for yourself. That gives you that self-care effect, right? So frankincense, and just remembering to have that coconut oil with me in the bathroom or in my closet where my oils are. It's just one of those little things Yeah, and exactly. Carrie's texting me. This is the first oil I put on my son at the hospital after he was born. I put it just without even any carrier oil, just right on his head, just a drop or two, and it really gives him and myself that grounding feeling. It gave us that like special bonding moment, just so special, and that's probably why I love the smell of frankincense so much, is it brings me back to putting it on Declan, and even now, this is like his scent, so I'll always come in, more specifically, like before church or before we're going somewhere, and just put a drop on his head. And I know that he's getting so many amazing benefits from it. And I'm also getting that like grounding feeling, that scent. So yeah, super beautiful oil. One that I try to use daily because of all its amazing benefits. Deep Blue. So this is the oil that made my husband a believer in essential oils. And what this oil is it's full of oil, a blend of oils that are really, really great for any of that occasional muscle soreness. Excuse me. So I think I posted about this not too long ago, but my back was kind of tight and we were going in and we had to do deadlifts that day. So I obviously stretched out a little bit more than normal, but rubbed this Deep Blue rub, which the rub is my favorite out of the oils. I definitely would choose the rub on a daily basis, just because it's not like super greasy. It's just a simple lotion. It rubs in nice and amazingly all over wherever you need it, and it has that immediate effect of just entering those muscles and just giving it that complete tension release. My mother-in-law became hooked on it, I would say, after a day of gardening. I had like, I don't know which baby, but like a newborn, and she's like, I'm gonna come down and like put mulch all over your yard. I'm like, okay, thank you. That's wonderful. But she typically has a lot of knee soreness the day after she does a long day of gardening like that. And I had this oil or this rub and she applied it before she left. She called me the next day and was like, oh my goodness, I have to get that. That is so good. And my knee doesn't hurt today. Which is amazing, right? To not have to like reach into your medicine cabinet and take something that you know isn't going to be that great for you, or might be a little more harsh on your body than you wanted it to be. So this is a really, really awesome option for people that, are like me and just get sore every once in a while and need that extra help to keep going, keep playing with the babes, keep going to your workouts. There's also the polyphenol complex. So if you're one of those people that just, like that convenience of just being able to take something, this would be an awesome option as well. Then we get into our well body care, which is like my favorite part, I think. So On Guard. So doTERRA has a few blends, and this is one of their most popular blends. It is their protective blend. So what this does is it gives you an awesome immune boosting support. It supports the body's natural antioxidant defenses. It has clove in it, which is like one of the highest antioxidant things out there, and also protects against those threats, right? So this is oil I got with a diffuser for our kids' room at the gym, and we also were able to make some cleaner for the kids' room using On Guard. And how I personally like to use it, I'll diffuse it probably every other day in the house around the kids and everything, and I'll also put a drop or two and put it on my lymph nodes on my throat. And anytime I'm starting to get to feel that like itchiness going on in the back of my throat, I will either gargle with it, or my friend Shannon actually makes an awesome spray. She gets like a little 2 or 4 ounce glass spray bottle and puts maybe like 10 drops of On Guard in there and just sprays it in the back of her throat, and she just keeps it right there on her bathroom counter, and it's something she does on a daily basis to help keep that immune system supported. For kids, like before they go to school, highly diluting it for sure, because it's got clove and cinnamon in it. So this is one I would definitely dilute about 1 drop per tablespoon and just have that with you and just rub it on the bottom of their feet before they go to school. You put some socks on afterwards so they're not slipping or accidentally getting it somewhere they don't need it to get to. But this is definitely one that I use daily, and I add it to my toothpaste, or if you're someone that does oil pulling, this is another great one to add to your oil pulling routine. Yeah, and for me, like I'm not one to want to miss workouts for not feeling well. So this is one that I try to stick with a pretty good routine. And lavender. So lavender is like the Swiss Army knife of essential oils, right? So there's so many uses for this. Like when in doubt, use lavender because it really has so many uses. But some of the main ways I use it, like I mentioned in the beginning, like to not forget about sleep and not forget about relaxation for yourself. Lavender is one that I love to put a drop on my temples before I go to bed at night, or when I'm starting to calm down in the evening. Whatever's left over from my fingers or my hands, I'll rub it on my pillows or on the sheets. Or even people love to make a sleep spray with this one, or even Serenity, which is the calming blend. And what they'll do is have that little spray bottle with just water and essential oil and spray it on their sheets before they go to bed at night. I love to diffuse it, like I mentioned, with Breathe. Just really creates that relaxing environment. I have a roller bottle with this, and I chase the kids around with it at night. So this also goes on the kids before bed with our Breathe roller bottle. Really great for soothing your skin. So this gives a nice idea of after sun soothing spray. And people may think it's fall elsewhere, but it is not here like ever. So this may be something we may not want to admit that we need more often than we should, but definitely use this recipe before. That's a good one to have. So it's also a good one if to keep in your kitchen if you're that person who cooks a lot and likes to accidentally touch really hot things. It's a good one to help soothe that skin. My daughter asks for her for this oil every time she has a boo-boo. She'll say, "Boo-boo, mommy, eels." And what she means is she wants oils, but I have this blend of lavender and melaleuca. Yeah, right, Kerri? And I just keep this roller bottle in my purse basically with me at all times, and have one at the house. I have a couple of them. And they just love to be able to take that roller bottle and rub it on any boo-boo, fake or real. She'll rub it on the bottom of her feet. And I know that while there not actually be a boo-boo right there, this essential oil is really helping them internally for more reasons than I can really imagine, just topically. So lots of good stuff in lavender. Okay, and then I wouldn't be able to end this without talking about a couple of my favorite products from them. doTERRA's Lifelong Vitality Pack is their supplements, and it's literally their #1 selling product in their company. They have over 3 million wellness advocates now who are all ordering monthly or have ordered oils, and of all those people, they love these vitamins. And while I can totally send you more info if you're interested, I can personally say that I've used them with great success. So before I did this like crazy road trip, we were gone for like 3 months. We got back, I don't even know, like 3 months ago now. But even before that, I was on this crazy roller coaster of like being sick, being well, being sick, being well. And it was so frustrating. And I would measure it by the amount of days I was at CrossFit. So 1 week I'd be there a day, but then the next week I'd be like, okay, I feel great. And I'd be there like 4 or 5 days. And then again, the next week be once or twice. I'm like, man, what is going on? I feel like I'm doing everything right. What's missing? And then we were on this trip, same thing. I ended up with pneumonia and having to take antibiotics for the first time in like over 10 years, and called my sister, the chiropractor, and I was like so upset. Like, I can't believe I'm having to do this, and I'm not able to breathe as I'm talking to her. Sensing my frustration. And she's like, you know what, Anna, do whatever you have to do. And then just make sure that you're, taking your probiotics, and we'll make sure that these are the right supplements for you. So what I did was started taking these supplements and probiotics. And at that point, I think it might have been a little delayed from having 2 kids so close together, but my hair was falling out, which is, no one ever wants their hair to fall out. And so I stopped getting sick every other week. I started having more energy, and my hair stopped falling out, which was super important to me at the time. So my personal story is that I've had great success with these, and now I'm just so thankful to have them in my routine. I can totally send you more info if you want more info on it, but all I hear are good stories about these for sure. And then the Mito 2 Max one is really great for energy. Patrick loves those. And then 2 of my favorite lines for just general stuff I use every day anyways is the Virage skincare line. So this was something I bought for myself last August as a treat, because August is my birthday month. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to buy this. Normally I just wash my body with Castile soap or whatever's in the shower. Wash my face, with whatever I have in the shower, like Castile soap. But I'd seen all these beautiful women around me that just had the most gorgeous skin, and they all said, it's Virage, you need to get it. So I got it, and I have been just fallen in love with it. I think it's wonderful. I get sad when I run out and order more, of course, but definitely an amazing line. And it's got frankincense, Melaleuca, all of the major skincare oils are in this one. And then hair care. So I finally got my hair done for the first time in months the other day, and I was super excited to be able to have my shampoo and conditioner. It just smells awesome and just really treats my hair well. I actually like it a lot better than the twice as expensive stuff that I was using pre-doTERRA, which says a lot. And then also the root to tip serum is just not only just fun, it smells awesome, and it's really good for your hair. So I was happy to get that the other month. So then wrapping up, how do we get started? So most people begin with, I forget what I have here, with a starter kit. There's a couple different starter kits. I think I talked about most of the oils and products in here in the athlete's kit, but also the Home Essentials kit is awesome. It has the top 10 oils, comes with a diffuser. There are, the Virage lasts me, Kerri, so she asked me how long the Virage lasts you. It lasts me about 3 months. They suggest on there to use it twice a day, and sometimes I use it twice a day, but most of the time it's just once a day, and it lasts me 2.5, 3 months. It's really, when she break it down, it made sense for me. And Patrick loves the smell of it, which is really cool. That's helpful too. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, got more of that stuff. That's good. All right, starter kit. So yeah, Home Essentials is actually the kit I started with. So it gives you the 15 milliliter bottles of all the top 10 oils plus a diffuser. The 15 ml bottles has about 250 drops. And then the Family Physician kit, it comes with the 5 ml bottles, which is about 85 drops of all the top 10 oils. And then beadlets of peppermint and On Guard, which are super fun. They're just literally little beadlets that I use kind of as breath mints. I'll pop them in my mouth and chew on it to release the oil, which you don't have to do. I just prefer to because I like the flavor of it, and use it as a breath mint or anytime I'm feeling the need for some extra immune support or some peppermint stomach help. So those are some of the more popular starter kits. And also there's an emotional one, which I have just started falling in love with all their emotional oils. So feel free to reach out to me. I think I posted a link to the enrollment kits in this event. So feel free to ask me questions, contact me, whatnot. However, I can post my email in that group. There's also an option for purchasing kind of like a Costco membership. You can do a $35 membership fee, and with that membership fee, you get 25% off of retail pricing. So same thing with these starter kits. These starter kits include the wholesale membership, and then for the rest of the year, you get 25% off whatever oils or whatever products that you want, which is amazing. And then after a year, if you choose to renew it, it's $25, but they send you a bottle of peppermint. So it's really like $4 and something cents a year to renew. But there's lots of cool perks with it. You get a 30-minute one-on-one welcome call. And to me, this was so huge. There's so much information. And as you can tell from just this presentation, right? Like, I really got so much value from just walking through the girl who I enrolled with and just talking to her about the different oils and what I was personally looking to do with them, as well as different resources and different gifts that are available to you. This isn't just like handing you oils and leaving. There's so much support. So we have several different essential oils Facebook groups where we're constantly posting like simple ways to use oils or research that we love. There's just a whole group of like-minded people in there, and I would actually love to add you to that group. If you're listening to this, just shoot Kerri or myself a message, and I would love to just pop you into that group and just get you plugged in and start getting that awesome information. There's also a hippie guidebook. So guys, this is like really cool. It's got a ton of recipes in there. It kind of touched on some different recipes briefly with different ways I use essential oils, but this guide is really to start helping you fall in love with your oils. So there's self-care recipes, there are kid recipes, cleaning recipes, like things like deodorant and toothpaste and fun things like that to make yourself. There is a lifetime access to a guided detox, which is pretty cool. And then in addition to all that, I think the best part, besides the community itself, is the discount from the retail prices. And this month, the promo, there's a pretty sweet promo going on there. I don't think there usually is one for this month, but this month there is, which is cool. So any 160 PV, so that's about equal to $1, kit or purchase, it comes with an extra bottle of lemon, lavender, and peppermint. And trust me, you'll go through these. So it's wonderful to have an extra bottle of them on hand when you need it. And then there's this awesome loyalty rewards program, which is just like an optional monthly auto ship order of your products. So I've started replacing things like my toothpaste, my laundry detergent, my supplements, for skincare. So I'm always ordering something every month. So it's kind of like a beauty box shipped to your door, but with way cooler stuff. And then I end up getting most of my oils for free every month, because what I'm doing is, at the beginning, I was getting 10% back in product points to spend on free oils, to redeem for oils. And now I'm after a year, so I'm getting my 25% discount plus 30% back in product points to redeem for oils every time I order, which is really great. So it makes it like super economical for me to just upkeep my house with removing those toxins. And I wanted to just thank Kerri again for hosting and allowing me to chat with you guys. And I do offer a gift for hosting. Typically I give this 5 ml bottles of lemon, lavender, and peppermint, but that's open if you're interested in another oil or something else of that nature. Just let me know. I would be happy to chat. I do have some available dates in September and into October, so I'd love to chat. But thank you, Kerri, for having me. And I just wanted to invite you guys again to connect with me on Instagram or on Facebook. And definitely shoot me a message if you're interested in being added to that group. I always try to give people value in there. And I just really appreciate you all being here. and hope everyone has an awesome night. And then I just have to figure out how to stop sharing my screen and end this. But I'm going to also check to see if anyone has any questions in the chat box. Stop sharing. Okay. Kerri texted me all her questions throughout, so I think we're good. All right. Thank you, Kerri.